Hey everyone, Executive Director Kim Burnett here, and I want to talk to you today about recruiting. And I want to focus on asking your host 5 times. And along with that, we're going to talk about some common objections and how to overcome those and kind of answer your host questions and ease their fears, because that's really what an objection is a fear that they may not be able to fit this into their life or not really know how to get started. So first, I'm going to share a document with you that we have for Ask Your Host 5 Times and Overcoming Common Objections. And I'm just going to kind of go through it, but the link is also going to be in this post so that you can access that on your own for yourself as well. So let me get my screen here. Okay, so ask host 5 times. Okay, so first of all, why do we want to ask our host 5 times? Well, the reason we want to ask our host 5 times is because the very first time you ask, you are probably presenting them with something that they have never thought of, never considered. As a matter of fact, probably most of you were a host before you became a consultant. So if you think back to that time when you were presented with the idea about the business, what was your initial reaction? I know it took me 6 months to say yes. So you're just really kind of introducing an idea with the first ask. And then as the ask progresses, you're starting a conversation, you're answering questions, and you're calming fears. Don't be surprised if you don't get responses to some of the asks. Don't be surprised if that first response is actually no. We're going to talk about how to handle that as well. So your first ask, and I'm going to highlight this as I'm talking so you can see where I am. So your first ask is approximately 2 weeks before the party starts, and you want to include it in your confirmation message. So you're just reaching out to your host, confirming their party dates. If you're sending host packets, you're letting them know to keep an eye out for that in the mail. And the ask is just right at the bottom. Also, one of the benefits of hosting a party with me is that I can easily get you started earning income with your party. In addition to host rewards, are you in the market for some extra cash? Again, don't be surprised if it's an immediate no or if they don't respond at all, because once again, we're just introducing an idea to them. Ask number 2 is the day after you set your party up. So you've sent them the instructions on inviting their guests, and you're going to check in on their party to make sure they've started inviting, and then you also want to send them this. You might not have booked a party thinking about this, but if you'd like to spend $99 or pick one of the other kits today before your show starts, I'll let you make the money on the show instead of me. You'll still get all your awesome host rewards too. On average, new consultants make $100 on a party. Let me know if you're interested or have any questions. And then always include a graphic. This is our standard graphic, but of course, if we have a special going on, you will want to include the special and adjust the wording a little bit in that ask too to make them aware of any kit specials that we have for that month. And then ask number 3 is a few days into the party, maybe party day 3 or 4, after some orders have started to come in and you're kind of getting a feel for the party. And this is one that you want to go to those rock star party hosts. I mean, they are just in there and participating along with their guests, maybe even answering questions about products and sharing some of their favorite things. And you just want to really give them some kudos for being an awesome host. Oh my God, your party is rocking. Looks like your friends love you and Pampered Chef. You're going to have an amazing party. Have you given any more thought to trying this for yourself? Looks like you would have a good support system. And then ask number 4 is next to the last day of the party. So really at this point, hopefully you have orders on that party and some bookings for that party, and you want to bring to your host attention that they have earned a kit credit. If you don't know what a kit credit is, once a party reaches $300 in sales, they have earned a $25 kit credit, and this is using a portion of their free product value towards the purchase of the kit. And then if they have $400 or more, then they can do up to $50, up to $50 in a kit credit. And again, that's using a portion of their free product value. So in this, you're just bringing that to their attention. You just qualified for a kit credit. Did you know you can save $25 or $50 on a new consultant starter kit? 70% off our most popular products. Hashtag just something to think about. Check them out here. And then you will want to insert your own personal website link here so that your host can click there. She can view and compare the kits. And if she decides to push that button and become a consultant, then she is automatically placed on your team through your personal website link. And then ask number 5 is the closing day of the party, and you just want to remind your host one last time about the kit credit. So don't forget about the kit credit while you're shopping. If your party is at $300, you get a $25 credit. At over $400, you get a $50 kit credit. I know you probably didn't think that you'll be shopping for your business by the end of this, but as you saw, it's super easy. On average, we earn $200 to $500 a week doing virtual parties just like this one. Last week, I did 5 shows from my phone or computer and earned about $450. It's worth looking into if you enjoyed the party and could use extra income. We'll teach you everything. If it doesn't work for you, you still get to keep all your awesome PC goodies. What do you think? And this is important that you insert your personal information here. If you did 2 parties, say what you earned on your 2 parties. If you did 10 parties, say what you earned on your 10 parties, because again, we're showing our host what's possible with this business. And you can always offer to add them to the information group on Facebook where they can get more information. And so then the part we also want to talk about that goes along with asking your host is overcoming common objections, because it is going to be common to get some of these responses that we're going to talk about. And knowing how to respond to those in order to continue the conversation or open the conversation up further is important when you are recruiting. It's not about trying to shove them onto your team and fill a spot. It's about showing them what is possible with Pampered Chef. And the way to do that is using some of these overcoming common objection scripts. So the 2 most common objections is, I don't have the money, or I'm too busy and just don't have a lot of time. We've got the answer for that, right? First of all, if your host doesn't have the money, that's exactly why she needs something like Pampered Chef. Because we know that new consultants that do an average of 4 parties a week right now are making between $200 and $500 a week. That means that they're making between $8,000 and $2,000 a month by working their business on the side. And so again, if she doesn't have the money, here we go. That's exactly why you need this. If you can scrape together $99, and remember, if we have a kit special, you'll want to insert what that kit special is for that month. And we can have that plus more back when you get your first paycheck. Share your first paycheck. My first check was for X number of dollars, and I'd love to help you earn the same. Do you have a credit card you could put it on, or could you borrow from a family member? I know my first paycheck with Pampered Chef was $510. That's incredible. So always share, no matter how big or how small, share what your first paycheck was. And then this is just another way to kind of word the same thing, especially if this is like you're really working with a current host, and you can talk to them about how they still get their awesome host rewards. They're going to earn commission. They get to keep all the product in their kit. And, worst case scenario, if they decide not to move forward, they still get to keep all of their product. And then, of course, too busy, don't have a lot of time. This one I hear all the time, and let's face it, we're all busy. I'm a mom, I'm a wife, I'm a daughter. We all have things that we have to take care of besides our finances. And so, just acknowledging, hey, look, everybody's busy. Totally understand that. Aren't we all super busy? That's the beauty of this business. It's your business, so you make it what you want. If you want to do 1 party a month, do that. If you want to do 20, do that. Whatever works for you in your schedule. Look, I can totally turn this party over in your name where you make the commission. I do all the work. After that, you don't have to do anything else unless you want to. You get a kit with product at a 70% discount. You earn 20% commission on this party, and you get your host rewards. Again, I do all the work. What do you say? So I'm not going to read all of the objections to you, but I did want to cover the two most common ones. And can you see how responding to if you were just to say, okay, let's say your host says, I'm sorry, I just don't have time. And you just said, oh, okay, thanks for getting back with me. Conversation is over. But if you send her one of these, I totally understand. Aren't we all super busy? And then you're talking to her about 20% commission and the kits are 70% off product. And you get all your awesome host rewards. You're presenting possibilities at this point, and you're opening the conversation for further questions, and you're making her a little bit more curious at this point. Well, what if Pampered Chef could get me that new car I want? What if Pampered Chef could pay for my daughter's gymnastics or dance, or my son's football camp this summer? And see how the wheels can start turning, and conversation can continue instead of just shutting the door with a, okay, thanks for getting back with me. There are other common objections here. I've tried other direct sales without success. I do get this one a lot, and boy, do I love a challenge. So asking them, hey, let me coach you for 30 days, you know, maybe they just didn't have proper training, and, you know, they have a bad taste in their mouth with direct sales. Wouldn't you love to be the person to turn that around for them and have them be a success story? I don't have a lot of friends. I need to talk to my husband or significant other. Not right now. Let me think about it. So as you can see, we have responses to help you have these conversations with your host and present a business idea to them that they probably have not considered yet, and how to turn your host into a team member. All right, so I'm gonna share one other thing. The Ask 5 Times and these common objections are now in this one document. Like I said, the link is in the post as well. But if you follow our 2020 virtual party success systems, then the host coaching and your Ask Host 5 Times are all in here, okay? And so 2 weeks before the party, you can see here, it's part of this confirmation message, and here's your ask right here at the bottom. Also one of the benefits. And then the next one is after you have the party all set up, and your ask is, all of them are in purple in the training. So right here is the one you might not have booked a party thinking about this. And then your ask number 3, which is that rock star host message right here. OMG, your party is rocking. And then, of course, ask number 4 is where you're talking about the kit credit. So as you can see, all of them are also in the training as well. So I just wanted to tell you where to find all these. And then ask number 5 is the closing day message, and that's right here, all color-coded in the training for you. Okay. So I want you to dedicate yourself to asking each host 5 times, and I want you to be faithful with using the common objections that we have included for you in this doc. And I think that you will see how much easier recruiting will be for you, and how many more team members you will add, and how many more lives that you will change by sharing the business opportunity with your host. I hope that you have found this helpful. If you have any questions, please reach out to your director. They are always willing, able to help you. Share screenshots of recruiting conversations that you're having with your host. If you don't feel like one of these objection messages fits your particular situation, or you can even post it in our bus driver team page, which is where this video is, and there's always somebody willing, able, and ready to help. All right, so share with us, how many hosts are you going to bring on in the next week? And when you get your next recruit, drop us a comment and let us know. All right, thanks.